In 2025, Belfast City Council launched inclusive tourism vouchers, small pots of money to help tourism businesses be more inclusive for disabled visitors. Melanie Harrison from the Harrison Hotel Chambers of Distinction in conversation with Margaret Mann.
So here I am at the beautiful Harrison Hotel in a lovely bright room. I believe the chair I'm sitting on is red, and I am here to meet Melanie.
It's lovely to have you, Margaret.
So Melanie, there is a scheme available which you can apply for a voucher which encapsulates inclusion, which is what we're talking about today. So how did you hear about that voucher and why did you want to apply for it?
Well, I heard about it through some of the Tourism Northern Ireland staff, and actually I have been to a couple of the events. There's some great events you can go to learn all about this, how to be more accessible. And what really struck me, that I was so sad to hear that some people felt that they were a bit anxious about coming to different venues or to hotels or different events because maybe they thought, you know, they couldn't be included for many kind of reasons. And I wanted to just make people know that everybody's welcome at the Harrison.
So I would be one of those people that you have alluded to because I'm totally blind, and I would be doing a lot of research before I would come to a place. You know, what facilities would they have, and we're obviously going to talk about that. What they could offer me, how could they make my stay accessible, enjoyable, less stressful, or go for a nice meal. So since you got the voucher, what changes have you been able to make with that voucher that you received?
Well, one of the major changes really is we've been able to put all of our print into Braille. So if you were coming in here, whenever you got into the room, you'd be able to find out about the Wi-Fi password, you'd be able to find about all the different restaurants and different things that you could go to, the museum, all of the things that you have in the area. We've put a lot of signage around the place. Some people were getting lost because we're 5 townhouses into one. So I found that the signposting around the place, people feeling more coordinated. So people are giving us good feedback about that. Probably the next thing that I'll do is do even more to the website so that whenever you'd be coming, like yourself, Margaret, that you could be able to find that information more readily on the website and be able to know that, you know, what will be available more quickly and easily than we have it at the moment. So that'll be my next stage. That's what I'll be doing next.
Deirdre McKenna from the Black Box in conversation with Darren Murphy.
Where did you get the idea of the speaking box?
Oh, so the speaking box, so our venue, anybody can come here. So people from all walks of life, tourists, locals, anybody can come here. And we have people who come, and some people would be non-verbal people. Some people would come that maybe English isn't their first language. We thought that this would be a good way for people to communicate with the staff here so that a person can order a drink and tell the staff what they want. Like, so at the moment, we've got all of these different panels here, and the panels are mostly about, well, either being in the bar or wanting to know if you could,
Great.
like, water, toilet.
Yeah,
So things like
yeah,
you need to know when
oh,
you're out somewhere.
Oh yeah, where the toilet is.
Everybody needs to know where the toilet is. If you're out for the night, at some point you're probably
Yeah.
going to need to use the bathroom. So you need to know where that is. You know, you might also need help. So if somebody's having a bad time or
Yeah.
there's maybe somebody bothering them, you know, then they can
Yeah.
ask for help.
Where did you get your funding from, your collusion for the actual box itself?
Oh yeah, so we saw that there was a inclusive tourism voucher scheme, And I know that that's supported by Belfast City Council, Tourism NI, Visit Belfast, working collectively to make sure that, well, Belfast is an inclusive city for people who, you know, and again, if you don't know a city, it's really good to know that actually there's places that you can go to, like the website, and see what's on offer in the city and what venues you might want to visit, you know.
And did you get all in good offer? Did you got like good offer for your...
We got all the money that we asked for, and we got all the items that we asked for. So we now have ear defenders. So if somebody is at a gig and it's just too loud, or somebody who has sonic sensitivity just wants to take the noise down a bit, and that could be somebody with autism. So we've got ear defenders for adults and children. We've got Braille exhibition information. And so it means then that from now on, the exhibitions, there is a Braille copy available.
Hannah Fullerton from Cahoots NI, in conversation with Emily Gallagher, Oisin's mum.
Can you just tell us a bit about your organisation?
Yeah, of course. So we are Cahoots. We are a theatre company for creating theatre, magical theatre, for young audiences and their families. So we are currently in our new venue in Cityside Retail and Leisure Park, which is the first children's theatre venue that has opened its doors in Belfast. So we are currently in our new sensory space, which is very new actually. We kind of just put the work into this before Christmas, off the back of receiving the Inclusive Tourism Voucher.
And what is it, Inclusive Tourism Voucher?
So the Inclusive Tourism Voucher is a scheme that's run by the City Council, and we first heard about it through the Culture Unit at the Belfast City Council, and we applied for it because this space, bigger out of this room, this space that we're in is our children's theatre venue. And by programming work here recently, we've kind of established that there is a want and a need for spaces such as this in our venue. So that's kind of the reason that we applied for the voucher. And then whenever we were awarded the voucher, it obviously enabled us to build a space like this, which is a safe space for our audience members.
And was it hard to get to apply for the voucher?
No, not at all. Actually, it was pretty straightforward. Whenever we kind of got the call out from Culture, it was just a case of clicking on the form and filling in the information. And then obviously they're there to help if you need any assistance and stuff.
And so how would parents with children and young adults use this space? Do they have to stay here with the kids, or do they just...
So whenever we have shows on in our main theatre space, we operate kind of an open environment. So that means that if anybody needs to leave the space at any time, they're free to do so. And it also means that they can come to this space. In the future, what we hope to do is install a television in here somewhere that will live stream the performance so that they're not missing out on anything from in the main space. Yes, ideally, their parents or carers will come into this space with them, as well as one of our team, our front of house team, just to make sure everybody's all right.
Good. So would you recommend this scheme to other organisations?
Yeah, 100%. I think this is the perfect example of a little goes a long way. So although the amount of money isn't massive, the value of what that money can bring is huge.
Well, absolutely.
Definitely. And the impact that it's had for us as a venue and as a company as well, I mean, it's only going to grow further from here, I think. So it was a great starting point for us.
Very good.